Love as my dudes. Mac is back, reminding everybody to remain hydrated or to get hydrated if you're not hydrated. I thought a good one that enough people don't know how to cook is good fried rice. Brilliant way to use some leftover rice because I don't know about you guys, but when I cook rice, I always make too much. Like I like, yep, there's a person. I make 4 people's worth of rice. I don't know how the fuck I do that. I don't know how it happens, but it happens. What I'm gonna do is use some of that leftover rice. Grab our bacon, a good sharp knife with some bacon. This is like, you know, a rasher, basically, a bit of oil. Now this is rice bran oil. Rice bran oil is good because it's got a high smoke point, it's good flavour. I'm gonna throw that on, get it started. You don't need a lot of garlic in just a serve of fried rice. Toss that in with the bacon. What I have here is some fresh spring onions. Spring onions are great for just a touch of flavour and hurt your finger. This makes this a bit harder. You're gonna get this, right? Now what you do, and this is actually important, don't move that immediately. Grab your top, your lid, as it were, and let the moisture move about that rice. The rice is already cooked, so it's not super relevant that it needs cooking. Premium soy sauce, that's right, I don't buy the cheap stuff. This is $4 a bottle instead of $3.50, that's right, I buy expensive stuff. I'm just gonna tip maybe a teaspoon of that in. What's the shit? And we're gonna tip about another teaspoon of that in there. That should be just about done. And that's the marvelous thing about fried rice. It doesn't take long. That was maybe tops 10 to 12 minutes with leftovers. What we have is some more fresh spring onions. We're just gonna put them straight on the top. And at that point, fried rice. Yes, come in. I have a guess. That's the camera.
Oh.
That's the camera. That's the face camera. That's the cooking camera. This is Al, known as Phaser online.
G'day guys. What's going on?
And he's coming here to give an impartial on my cooking. You've just come in time to taste some fried rice.
Alrighty. I'll give you guys an honest review out of 10.
Hoping for above 4.
Well, it's better than what I had for lunch.
What did you have for lunch?
Nothing.
Ah!
That's amazing.
Alright.
Really
We don't have a
guys.
high bar. Admittedly, the bar's on the floor, but...
No, if you guys are here, you'd love this.
But yeah, so fried rice, a simple meal, or a simple addition to a meal, and if you can't make that, you're actually not trying hard enough. Spaghetti and meatballs. Anybody who likes spaghetti knows that spaghetti is fantastic. Anybody who doesn't like spaghetti can get the fuck out. They can leave. I don't need them around here because spaghetti. No, fuck you. You like spaghetti.
I do like spaghetti.
We're going to use lamb mince instead of beef mince. An excellent rule of thumb is to allow it to spiral out. Now this is a very simple thing. There's no really good reason for it other than it will fall in that same spiral. Now while you're here. But what we're going to do with that is simply straight into bowl. Breadcrumbs, garlic and herb breadcrumbs. Maybe 1/3 of a cup into 500 grams worth of mince on a flat surface and straight in without the shell. This is a baby brown onion. And in the bowl we go with that. Move these is with your hands. Trying to make sure that's not all sticking to the bottom, so we'll give that a stir. 10 meatballs. Now they are lamb, once again. Roma tomatoes. Roma tomatoes are good. They're not them. Excellent idea. Not gonna lie. Going to drain off the pasta, and this tomato diced is going to go straight into the pot that we just cooked our pasta in. We've got some garlic cloves, roughly, and as a result, that is usually plenty. Like so. Is reduce down these tomatoes with the garlic, and in this case, spring onions. Dash of oil helps everything break down. Bit of salt for your saucing. Bit of honey to break down the acidity just a touch. Call it
Like, squeeze it as hard as you possibly can.
about a teaspoon of honey. You gotta squeeze them hard. We're gonna cook the meatballs. 3 or 4 minutes, really. So what happens here is these tomatoes break down, get kind of mushy, and turn into what is effectively a sauce with thyme and rosemary. That's how we're gonna put maybe a teaspoon.
For those at home that can't smell this, you're missing out.
For those who aren't here, sucks to be you. The fry pan on. Once again, rice bran oil. Now I've set off my smoke detector before. That is hope to avoid doing that again, is you want some colour on these. A bit of a point here when we are partway through cooking. An excellent thing to add, a bit of sweet smoked paprika. Sort of delicious sort of stuff. You don't need a lot of it because it's very flavourful. Just a dash over the top. We have what we have, and sweet smoked paprika goes really, really well with most things. Now these are now sealed on the outside, so we're going to cover them over. The reason we're covering them over is because a pan with a lid will act somewhat like an oven. A very small oven, yes, but an oven. That will cook the inside of the meat. Put a helping of pasta. Whether it's that much, not much, that hungry. A simple serve, we'll call it... How much would you say it is?
About 400 grams.
Fuck, I hope not. He's calling it 400 grams, I'm saying that's severe overkill.
What are you trying to do? How many spaghettis it is?
How many spaghettis, yes.
I think it's at least 37 spaghettis.
Well, you're not wrong.
Is it called a spaghetti and then the whole packet's called spaghetti?
Why are we still here? Just to suffer.
And like one spaghetti?
I don't even know. One spaghetti or 800 spaghetti. Anyway, we're going to tip our tomato sauciness directly over the top. Heat up with the sauce on the meatballs. These meatballs out. And make sure to get a little bit of that sauce with them. Right on top, once again, honest reviews only, we have a nice basic tomato sauce with garlic and good herbs, bit of pepper, bit of spice, not too much, but just a touch.
There's a lot of flavours going on.
Love a lot of flavours.
And they're all good flavours.
They're all good flavours.
And they're all individual flavours.
Ooh, nice.
I can describe what I'm eating. That is good.
You love to see it. Dessert is something you don't get bored of. Al is for dessert. No, if you look in that fridge, my dude, you will find some bananas. What we're going to do with those bananas is make some dessert. We have these. Can anybody tell me what they are? Al, can you tell me what these are?
Pecans.
Pecans. Brilliant. That's what they are. One excellent practice to do with your nuts of the edible variety, which once again is only a recommendation, is you toast them.
Cut yourself, so you may as well cauterize it.
We have some toasted pecans. Anushka Miss, how you doing? Good old Western Standard. This is about I'm going to say just over half a cup of butter, unsalted butter. That is going to sit on that hot pan. To go with that butter, we have, can you tell me what this is?
That is raw sugar.
Close, it is brown sugar. So what we're actually doing here is a banana butterscotch. Fazer is quite handsome. Anushka Miss, have you been to Specsavers? No. I'm a head out. Flips table. This is how Australia works, by the way, for anybody who doesn't know. That's going to go straight there. But we want to combine this butter with this sugar, and they will make a bit of a mix of what is effectively butterscotch. We're going to get our banana, our sliced banana, and they're going to go straight into our mix without splashing everywhere, ideally, and burning the face off of everybody present. Green apple. Green Granny Smith. Now, the reason I'm using a Granny Smith is because they are flavourful. But what we have here is nice bubbly sort of almost toffee. Yeah, YZM, almost toffee. Go in to a bowl. Some browned, caramelised, delicious, beautiful, delicious banana.
If I just came in now, you could tell me that's like cabanossi or...
Yeah, you wouldn't know, right?
Cream.
A little bit of cream.
A bit of custard.
And we're going to just top that like so.
And the cream helps to cool it down a bit too. So
Cream does cool it so you can eat it. Now, it doesn't look... With a fresh apple, with a fresh banana, with a fresh made dessert. Can you miss? I think you cannot miss.
a bit of everything.
A bit of all of them at once. Go and just grab that little slip of apple.
Say it was an experience.
Banana is mushy. I'm really hot.
Oh yeah, no, that's amazing. The apple helps bring a bit more crispy texture too. I wasn't thinking about the
Just
texture.
a complete different texture. A bit of apple in there, and you can't miss. And the thing about this is, that then you add to it again. Back to these toasted pecans. Throw a couple of these bad boys in there as well.
Whoa.
Now the reason you do that, different change of texture again. Because not only is the apple super crunchy and fresh, the banana super mushy and deliciously sugary, but then you throw in a completely different texture with the sort of mushy, kind of softened pecans.
It's that scene of Ratatouille when Remy's explaining to Emil what all the flavours are like, and he goes into like some fever dream state with all the colours.
Yeah, all the
It's pretty much what I'm experiencing right now.
If you don't like apple, apple's quite tart. Pear would be an excellent barter as well.
Especially given you are a repair technician.
Yes. As a result of everything else, I will in fact be back on Monday. So, until I'm back here, my dudes, until I'm back around to tell you to keep hydrated, to give you the hype, until I'm back here on your screens, your devices, until such time as next week, my dudes. Bye.